Hey, what's up guys? My name is Jonathan Yench. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and you know what? It's really echoey in here and it's throwing me off, so I think I'm just gonna go somewhere else. Just give me a second.
All right, much better. Actually, to be honest, I don't know if the sound's better because it could very well be windy out here, but at least I'm in a much cooler spot, don't you think? Anyways, today we're going to be talking about my experience of what it was like to move to a new state right in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic that we are all currently dealing with. For those of you who don't know, I used to live in Los Angeles, California, but very recently I moved to Portland, Oregon. So actually the day before I was to drive up to Portland, that was the day that the mayor of Los Angeles actually announced that he was going to close down all restaurants, bars, and other non-essential businesses. The day that I actually left for Portland was the day that San Francisco officially announced that they were going to be issuing a stay-at-home order, and the following day, which was the day I actually arrived in Oregon, was the day that California announced as a whole that it was going to be enacting a shelter-in-place order, and I believe it was either that day or the day after that Oregon followed suit. So, needless to say, it was quite a weird and questionable time to be moving to a new state. Now, the coronavirus was already a thing for quite some time before I decided to move to Oregon, obviously. But to be quite honest, I was so disconnected from it and I felt like it wasn't going to affect me. So it really had absolutely no impact on my plans to move. Now, as the day to move got closer and the seriousness of the virus became more and more apparent, this is when I finally started to realize that this was going to be something that was going to have an impact on my own life, and I started to second guess whether or not this was the right time to be moving. Like I was saying earlier, the day before I was going to actually leave was the day that the mayor of Los Angeles announced that he was going to be shutting down all restaurants and bars in the area. And this was actually extremely impactful on me because at the time I was a waiter, and my plan all along was that I was going to move up to Portland and find another job as a waiter in the meantime until I was able to launch my business and get the ball rolling with that. But with this recent announcement, it made me start to wonder and question whether Portland would soon be following suit and also start closing their restaurants down, which obviously, surely enough, they did within the next couple of days. So this just started to add to my overall anxiety and this kind of fear and doubt that I had that I was starting to experience because I was unsure whether or not I was going to be able to find a job or be able to pay my rent, essentially. However, at this point, I had already paid a large sum of money to my new landlord to secure the apartment. So after pondering about it for a while and kind of going back and forth, I realized that I was kind of too committed to throw in the towel now. So I obviously went ahead and decided to go through with the move. And now with the restaurant job fully out of the question when I got there, I started to get to work immediately looking for another job. Luckily, I did have a little bit of money saved up, so I wasn't completely scrambling, but it definitely wasn't much. So I did start applying at all kinds of different places pretty much right away when I got to Portland. Luckily, within a matter of, I think the first week, I got a call from a grocery store, and it was for a barista position, and they were interested in having me come in and do an interview. A couple weeks later, I ended up getting the job officially, and that's where I am now, working full-time, 40 hours a week, which is a lot. More hours than I've ever worked, but that's okay because I'm just happy that I found something, because a lot of people are not that lucky, and a lot of people have been kind of hit hard by this whole coronavirus pandemic that's going on. You know, there's a lot of people who don't have jobs and who are dealing with all the pains and tribulations of the unemployment sector, and I'm just glad that I was able to find something and it's paying the bills for now. But it's a lot of hours. I digress. So we're actually parked at some random trailhead to some short little hiking trail, and I think we're gonna go ahead and continue the video in there. Almost forgot you guys. Can we all just take a moment to stop and really appreciate how green Oregon is? Like, God, this is insane. Pretty much any spot I go to switch it up and get a better scenery than my room is a 10 out of 10 spot, and it only takes about 10 minutes to get to. Well, I mean, to be honest, I was driving for like 20 minutes today, but whatever, you get the point. It's just like, look, everywhere you turn, it's like a magical forest. Hopefully I don't get lost though. Oh, it just got dark. Onwards. It is definitely misfortunate that the whole coronavirus pandemic is going on right at this time that I decided to move to a new city. All the restaurants and the bars and the stores and the entertainment venues and everything is closed down right now. And these are really the things that add character to a city. These are the things that make a city very unique in its own and special way. And these are also the things that you really want to be able to dive in and explore to the fullest when you are in a new area, especially one that you just moved to. I haven't been able to establish the local coffee shops that I like to go to, or the restaurants that have all my favorite dishes, or the movie theater that I like to go watch movies at, or really anything. And these are definitely all things that do contribute to an overall sense of FOMO. But at the end of the day, I have to remind myself that all the things that I mentioned are only temporary. Everything's gonna open back up at some point, and until then, I have just been enjoying my time here. I've been going on walks around the neighborhood. I've been ordering takeout from a few places, which isn't necessarily the same as getting to experience the actual dine-in facet of the restaurant. Obviously, food tastes different when you order takeout. I digress. But these are all things that have been keeping me sane and keeping me going in the meantime. And not to mention, I'm still able to get out every now and then and explore some really isolated places such as this. I mean, Oregon's beautiful, so I got no complaints. I mean, look around. Okay, I thought I was pretty much alone here in this little trail, but this angry swarm of kindergartners just ran through, screaming at the top of their lungs. It's kind of startling. I thought I was gonna get attacked by a group of wild vigilantes or something. I think I said everything that I
I wanted to say this video. I mean, the bottom line is, yeah, things have been closed down, but that hasn't stopped me from going out and being able to, well, I should say, not going out. That hasn't stopped me from enjoying my time here thus far. I don't know if my car is gonna get towed because I don't know if I was supposed to be parked there. So I'm just gonna get going, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, cool. No ticket. Car's still there. You never know when your car is gonna get a ticket. I mean, there's always random little spots that you're not supposed to park in, and I was so focused on filming, I didn't really check if there was any signs before I parked. Anyways, yeah, I'll go now. See ya.